Hello, I'm Chrissy Luzar from the Urban Economic Development Association of Wisconsin, or UEDA.
Hi, I'm Una Vanderwall from the Nonprofit Center of Milwaukee.
I'm Christopher Boston. I'm a pastor here in the city and with the Community Wealth Builders Network of Milwaukee.
Our submission for the Game Changer Grant is Community Wealth Building Workshops. UEDA members have been looking for a number of opportunities to build their skills and knowledge around emerging strategies of economic development, particularly those that target underserved communities. And we think one of these opportunities is community wealth building, a framework of practice that's been developed by the Democracy Collaborative. We'd like to partner with two local consultants, Rusty Borkin and Chris Boston, and the Nonprofit Center of Milwaukee to hold a workshop series focused on community wealth building.
The series would be marketed to the members of both UEDA and the some 400 members of the Nonprofit Center of Milwaukee to broaden its networks. The goal here is to unite community leaders around new ways to create economic opportunities and build wealth necessary to tackle poverty.
So someone might ask the question, why community wealth building? The answer is really simple. Our economic system is broken. 25 richest Americans have as much wealth as the bottom 56% of the population. This clearly demonstrates that traditional economic development approaches have not worked well enough. Community needs to be an economic force, not just a social term. Resident and neighborhood-led community wealth building is a systems approach to economic development that creates sustainable wealth for families through a variety of locally owned and broadly held enterprises.
So how would we do this? UEDA and the Nonprofit Center would offer the Community Wealth Building Workshop Series, and we would engage Chris and Rusty to facilitate it.
It would be open to residents, practitioners, small business owners, and anyone else interested in becoming an active contributor to building wealth in their neighborhood.
Workshop is based on a curriculum developed by the MIT Community Innovators Lab. Over 6 sessions, workshop participants will learn about the 7 drivers for successful community wealth building. The workshop series will end with an action planning session where participants identify a community wealth building project within their neighborhood or an organization to implement.
UEDA and the Nonprofit Center would work with Chris and Rusty to provide coaching after the training ends to help them advance their ideas. For example, the Nonprofit Center would work with attendees at nonprofit organizations who are implementing projects to change how their organizations operate and seek new funds.
And UEDA can work with attendees that are more aligned with economic development, housing, and small business ownership.
And then Rusty and I can provide coaching to community members that don't fall neatly into the UEDA or the Nonprofit Center's network. Working together, all of us can connect participants to resources and people in our networks to maximize impact.
We believe by partnering with the Nonprofit Center, we can offer this series to a more diverse network of potential participants.
And we're confident that this partnership is a game changer in our community.
And we hope that by organizing residents, building relationships, supporting the development of community leaders, and activating assets, we can begin to build community wealth from the inside out. In short, we want to build an army of community wealth builders.
Thank you for this opportunity to submit our proposal for the Ford Community Investments Game Changer Grant.